Benjamin Netanyahu is back. In the recent parliamentary elections in Israel, his right-wing religious bloc secured 64 of the 120 seats in the Knesset, or the Israeli parliament. Netanyahu's Likud party emerged as the strongest political force with 32 seats in the November 1st election. In his political career that started in the early 1990s, Benjamin Bibi Netanyahu was written off several times, and every time he made a stronger comeback. Born in 1949 in Tel Aviv, a year after the State of Israel was formed, he grew up in Israel and the US. In the 1990s, the former commando started his political journey amid faltering Israel-Palestine peace talks. In 1995, Prime Minister Yitzhak Rabin, who had signed the Oslo Accords with the Palestinian Liberation Organization, was assassinated by a Jewish extremist. The assassination led to an early election a year later that saw Netanyahu, a hardline critic of the Oslo process, come to power. In 1996, Benjamin Netanyahu became Israel's youngest prime minister and the first to be born in the State of Israel. In the 1999 election, Netanyahu was unable to defend his post. The right accused him of having compromised too much on the Oslo peace accords, and even back then, there were allegations of corruption against him. But he returned to power a decade later in 2009. His hold over Israeli politics was challenged again in 2019 after the fall of his government. In back-to-back elections, Netanyahu failed to form a stable coalition, and 3 corruption cases cast shadows over his career. In 2021, his rivals from across Israel's political spectrum joined hands to form a coalition with the main goal of keeping Bibi out of power. But after 17 months in the opposition, Netanyahu, known as King Bibi by his supporters, made another comeback last week. Netanyahu has consistently opposed to making any major concessions to the Palestinians. For him, undivided Jerusalem is Israel's eternal capital. He is staunchly against the return of Palestinian refugees who were forced to flee their homes in 1948 when the State of Israel was formed as part of any settlement. Netanyahu is also known for his hawkish position towards Iran, Israel's main rival in West Asia. He risked a complete breakdown in ties with the White House when he took his opposition to the Barack Obama-supported Iran nuclear deal to the US Congress in 2015. He chose to strengthen Israel's ties with other major powers, including Vladimir Putin's Russia and Narendra Modi's India. As Prime Minister, he visited India twice and hosted Narendra Modi, the first Indian Prime Minister to visit Israel. But after spending 15 years in power and playing a crucial role in shaping Israel's domestic politics and foreign policy, Netanyahu has not resolved any of his country's security problems. Whatever he inherited, whether it's Hamas, Hezbollah, or Iran, are still plaguing the Jewish state.